know about this, and as I keep jumping around, moving this, building this shack up over here, and then now I can hook up into, that antenna out there into another antenna, and then I'm getting another bigger, bigger radio. So I'm constantly learning all the time. I wouldn't think that I would ever learn, because being a CBer and sideman all those years, is one thing, but when you're jumping into this kind of stuff, man, it's a whole different ball game, man. Yeah, well, I tell you just from my own expertise, like you've been out working in the yards like me for many years, and I've learned a lot, I'm educated, went to school, I've been, arborist certifications, and, I worked in the nurseries off and on for a while, I work with PhDs, and I still get out there, and I'm constantly learning new things, and there's still things I don't know. And, so it kind of makes me open-minded about things, but I've learned enough to where I've made a living doing it and, stuff. But, just the way new plants are coming in the breed all the time, the changes in insects, diseases, and stressing, and you go through the same thing with you all the time, with the chemicals and weeding and seeding and plants declining, so it's the same thing, I know a little bit more than basics, but there's just some stuff anymore I just don't care if I know or don't know. Well, yeah, man, we all have BS degrees, man, right? Yeah, those apps are nice. My one son has one hooked up to his phone. One time we went to this big landscape place. It was, I think, like 5 acres, and I was looking for some trees and everything. And I'm walking around. The guy goes, "Oh, you know a lot of names." I go, "I'll bet you $100 I know more names than you in here." So we walked through the nursery for about a half an hour, and I named almost every plant off in there. I think he got about maybe half of them right. He goes, "How come you know so much, man?" I go, "Because every time I go to every time I used to go to Lowe's or Ollie's or Home Depot or nurseries or all these big landscape designs and plans, I've installed, over 5,000 yards off of blueprints, and drawings, from different designers and, doing my own stuff. So I tended to, I absorb information like radios. If I have an interest in something, it'll stick. If I don't, I won't remember. Shit, I do that all day long, man. Sometimes people ask me something, I go, and I won't lie to them. I say, "I know what it is," I said, "but let's go look at something else." And usually by the time I get done with the estimate, they'll go, I'll tell them what it is, So But I'm pretty good at IDing stuff, because, doing, a lot of diagnose and treatment and stuff, I got to know quite a bit, so. But yeah, I have my moments where, like you, man, it's just like it doesn't click like it used to, and the only thing that clicks is like, when can I get home and turn on my radio? Made a lot of good contacts today, man, really a lot. Clean talking up on Australia, Hawaii, East End of Queensland, and some new guys I haven't talked to before. But Channel 41, Channel 42. Yeah, I went up on 10 meters yesterday a little bit late, I don't know, early afternoon, and today a little bit in the later afternoon. And a lot of the channels are, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on all the way up from 28, 28.5. A lot of night estate stuff and a few contacts, but it's really been opening up a lot lately where, like the skip, like when me and Greg were out there yesterday, it's like 1 minute you're talking to KC, next minute you're talking to Nebraska, the next minute you're talking to Hawaii. It's like, it's just weird the way it is right now. Oh yeah. Well, there's nothing going on the other radios. I turn on this one here and I'll VFO it, and then I'll go through, 144 all the way up to 148. And I have people out there simplexing, 100 miles from here and start talking to them for a few minutes, So there's definitely people all over the place. So, but I think that 2-meter sideband will be pretty good for hooking it up into that radio. I'm kind of jazzed about getting everything I can exercise my license with. KN6 SHI Upland. Oh, that wouldn't be hard to do. Yeah, so, well, what I'll do is I got that thing in a box. I wanted to get that other microphone and get it wired up with a 4-pin and have you check it and clean it if it needs to be done. It's one I just bought, and then I got my P400 that's blown fuses on it. Yeah, that's that A78. Yeah, it's supposed to be in pretty good shape. I just wanted you to go through, clean it up, and put a wired up for a 4-pin. And then that P400, I don't know what's wrong with it, but definitely wanted to get it fixed so I could use it again. But I want to see about, if it had any upgrades done on it before. For powering, if I could just put it back to as close as I can for stock. don't, move on to other things for a while. When I was talking to Chris yesterday and his wife, he's got a room full of stuff that's exactly what you're talking about, and he doesn't have no time to spend on it, and and he tells people come and pick it up, take it back, or something. So, that's every tech runs into problems like that, especially when you're working on old fucked up shit like that. Yeah, he waited many months to get his parts in, and he uses Chinese parts, but he was he was telling me about Bill Goods and the soldering joint and stuff. He knew Bill Goods, but he never really worked with them. He's just kind of just done his own thing. But he was telling me, he built all the for the Metro Link. He built all the what do you call those things? The communication repeaters. Yeah, sometimes they use repeaters. Yeah, exactly what you're talking about. Hooking one up here and use it. Yeah, because there's 3 levels of concrete flooring. So they hired him and he made 3 of them. And then he's telling me all these 900 and 800 frequency radios he used to work with. Man, the guy was just talking like way over my head, man. All this stuff he's done. A lot of ham experience. He says he used to do, working on for other people, a lot of HF stuff, man. He goes, but it's exactly like you and me said, about him. The money is in the CBs, It's that's where it is for him. 10 meter, 11 meters. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like whenever I walk in there and I go, hey, can you check this and tune in the clarity on it for a little bit better for sideband? He looks at me and I go, I know, you got to get the oscilloscope out. He starts laughing. Yeah, well, he started at an early age, and he found the itch with it, and it's like, figure, if you would have started doing that, hanging around CB shop as a 10, 12-year-old kid, sweeping floors, and all of a sudden, you're in there soldering parts, and then, putting in parts, so he's had a lot of knowledge with it and stuff, but yeah, it's all about, AM and CBs but he's so damn busy right now. He doesn't have any time to put new amps together. All he's doing is he just got mail-ins from all over the place. There's rooms. He's just got backlog with weeks of work. Yeah, that's what I was telling him, and I said, you're the only guy around for many, many miles, and everybody talks about you on the radio all the time, and, you're like a legend out here, around here, so you know your shit, so. But, even yourself, you've worked on radios now for a few years, but that's going to be something for you to consider doing a little bit more here in the next few years, it's, because, man, it's there, the opportunity to take it, man, especially for repair, so, but it'd be good, you're already doing a lot now, but, the sky's the limit with that stuff, with right now. Yeah, I know, man. It's hard to drop one thing and focus on doing another and try to change things. And I'm the same way, man. It's like I like to drop what I'm doing and go work for somebody else, you know. I've been offered other job opportunities with a couple of the guys around here to go do estimates and, you know, consulting and run the crews and do maintenance and all this stuff. And I sit there and I look at them and I go, you know, I don't, it's just a fucking headache, you know. You know, you can go make good money, but, you know, working for, at least you and me working for ourselves, you know, we work hard, but, you know, we're kind of, you know, our own boss, and I like that better. Yeah, that's the way it should be, man, you know. And, you know, spend a little quality time doing some good things and feeling good about being out there. I don't stress too much anymore, you know. I had a couple jobs on the schedule and, you know, we get a call and he says, hey, we're running a little late here today and we're going to go over and get started on that other job. And I said, nah, we'll just do it tomorrow, man, you know. So just get done with everything and lock it up, you know. So I could have done another job and made more money or, you know, push. I'm tired of push. You know, I do it when I need to, but I always focus on radios, man. Yeah, I don't really think a lot about my work anymore, just once in a while, but yeah, I got things, yeah, it's all about getting older, man, and just, you know, you're like a skilled thinker and craftsman and at your job and, you know, the way things are, and you're just like, you're laid back, like, because, you know, whatever, you know, it's good that you can just be cool and calm about things and, like, you know, things happen, you know, or come up, or, you know, it's just, you just say, fuck it, man, tomorrow's a new day, and just enjoy the rest of the day. So, yeah, I do the same thing like you do, man. I do a little bit more of it than I used to do. I was a lot different 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. Well, we all were, but, you know, running crews and quotas and all that stuff, man. So all I needed is enough money, you know, to pay my bills and eat and put a little bit away once in a while. So, but I don't think I'm going to be buying radios for a while, though. Yeah, I mean, I don't need any more ham rigs. I can collect radios, right? Yeah, it's funny the shit comes out of my shithole sometimes here, man. It's like, man, who the fuck am I talking about? As soon as I go to sleep, I'm going to be looking for fucking... I almost bought another one tonight. He wanted $150 for it. It was a Galaxy 959, really good shape. Hasn't been modified for $150, but... You know, I'm not a big Galaxy lover. I mean, I like it. I'll hook it up and run it once in a while, but, you know, I don't, I'm beginning not to like a lot of those, certain radios. Galaxies are good. The RCIs are okay, but I like, you know, this Navajo, you know, or the 2000 Cobra, you know, the P400, you know, those radios are more funner. Yeah, I do, and I brung it over. You did a little bit of work on it a while back. I forget what you did to it. I bought it. You're the one that got scored a thing. Oh, no, I forget. I went down and bought that thing a few months ago. I like it. It's a good radio. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just, Rangers and Strikers and Galaxies and all them. You know, I might have one on the shelf or two on the shelf. I'd like to get the 949, because those are two of the most common ones. You know, I'll probably collect them, but I don't see me getting any other ones of them. So, KN6 SHI Upland. Yeah, it's their, I just like to get more of the 70s, 80s, maybe some 90s stuff of the sideband 40 channel stuff. Because there's still a lot I want to collect, the Challenger 1400. I want to get a Tram, you know, 201D or whatever it is, you know.